Hi, welcome to Mimi in the Kitchen. And today we are doing, I kind of am thinking like a little Caribbean style spicy salmon tacos. Now, I want to show you the salmon. And I have a little music going on. It's the Radio Margarita Bell. So I wanted to show you the salmon first. These are just, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sometimes I buy the good salmon that's all fresh and never frozen, blah, blah, blah. But I'm using things that were already in my refrigerator and or freezer. So this is frozen salmon that I bought like I believe it was Aldi's, in a bag. I took out the juices because they were in those little itty bitty bags that are single serving. And I have these ready to go. I patted them down with a little paper towel. Now, before I get started, I want to show you the ingredients so that you can see the ingredients to see if you would like this for your family. So you have some salmon fillet, some cabbage. I'm using, thank you Sandy, I am using my friend Sandy, who is one of the moms on the baseball team, Carlini, which is from Aldi's, extra virgin olive oil with chili flavor. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And if you don't have that, you could just use olive oil and or canola spray, a lime, half of a tomato, sea dog rub, because I love my sea dog rub, some yogurt, salsa, chipotle lime vinaigrette. I'm going to put that in with the cabbage, salt and pepper to taste, and not six of them. I wish it was six of them because I love to eat. But we are using 2 6-inch corn tortillas from Trader Joe's. So here we go. Here is our salmon. I'm going to prepare this first. First, you have to start your saute pan. I just have a regular medium old saute pan. You hit somebody really hard with it. So I'm putting that on medium heat because I don't want it to burn. And this is, look at how cute this is. I mean, even the bottle is cute and it is delicious. So this is your spray. It's olive oil and has a little bit of chili spray in there, or chili flavoring in there. So we're going to start on that first. While the saute pan is getting a little warm, I'm also going to start my homemade salsa. Now, this is also stuff that was already in the house. I have a little bit of onion. Oh my gosh, I put so much onion in my salsa. I didn't even realize it till one day I was tasting it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a little too oniony, even for me. And I like onion. So my husband cannot stand onion. So I am throwing this in a bowl. There's about 4 Roma tomatoes and 1 really good like beef steak tomatoes from Thies Farm. Oh my gosh, so good. So the other thing that I did, because I did not go to the store, I wanted to do things just from my house to say, hey, we can do this. Here is a little chili because I don't have any jalapenos. This is a chili that is dried in this really cool, I don't know, it's from Williams-Sonoma. Yes, I know, I'm so special. Whole chilies, and they are dehydrated. Dehydrated or hydrated? Dehydrated. So I rehydrated it because I've seen that on cooking shows, and put it in a little water, and now it's kind of like moist. But I know that my pan is almost getting warm. It is. It's totally getting warm. I'm going to do the little sizzle test on it. And here we go. Do the sizzle test. And it is almost ready. It's not quite ready. So that's perfect timing because what I'll do is I will get my salmon ready. Now, when you do your salmon, I of course have to wear my gloves because I'm so weird. And thank you, Franny, because I'm still using these gloves that you gave me. You want to season both sides. You always want to cook your salmon with the skin down, okay? So I'm going to season the skin side first. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to put a little bit of my Florida Sunshine on it. And then I'm going to put some of my sea dog rub because it is spicy. It has great flavor. I mean, honestly, I should look and see what's in it because it is delicious and it flavors everything. I use it on my omelets. salmon, chicken, everything. So I am going to put that on. I only want to use these gloves really just because I don't want to have to wash my hands. So I'm going to set this way over there. And now it is nice and hot. Now watch this. This is so cool. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys can see this. Because this spray, you go like this. You just spray it. Just coat it. Just coat it at the bottom. And you can really taste the flavor of the chili in the salmon. Oh my gosh, so delicious. So the way that I set up my pan, I know I'm a little, not really 100% like anal, but I am a little bit, like I like things a certain way. Hi, Anne-Marie. I like things a certain way. So what I do is, on my pan, because it's kind of like moves, it's shaped a little bit at the top. So I'm putting my salmon in so that this little itty bitty piece down here doesn't go into the middle, because I want the heat to hit the thicker part of the salmon. So I'm gonna let this go, and this is really hard for me because I am a flipper. I love to flip things, I love to touch things, I love to get all up in it. But for this, I'm gonna be patient. And I am just going to set it on 6 minutes on medium, because you know what? It will cook. And you want the skin to be crisp. I'm not a skin eater, so I won't eat the skin, but some people do like the skin, so you want it to be crisp so that if people want to eat it, they can. So here is my salsa. I have my tomatoes, my onions. I'm gonna throw in, because I'm throwing this in, I'm not a big chunky salsa eater. I like it to be kind of blended. So I'm throwing this in to my tomatoes and onions. And I am going to put in some of my special, of course, Sea Dog rub. I use about a teaspoon, and then I just add until it tastes good. I'm gonna use my Florida Sunshine. I have no jalapenos, as I mentioned, so I'm going to use cumin. Now I am gonna cheat a little bit and look at my salmon and just make sure, like in about 1 or 2 minutes, just to make sure that it really is getting crisp and not burnt, because I don't want it burnt. Even though I'm really not gonna be eating that part, I still don't want it burnt. So I'm going to throw in some of this crushed red pepper. I mean, I like things spicy. So my special treat is always something sweet. I cannot make my salsa without using watermelon. I've used strawberries. I really like to use some sort of fruit, because I love it spicy, but I also like it a little bit sweet, because they kind of balance each other out and they play with each other. And then my taste buds are so happy. They thank me the next day. So I am going to take this now, and I'm going to put half of it into my blender. See, it ripped, it like cracked. So thank goodness for duct tape. Thank goodness for my kids who actually like to do things with duct tape. Where would we be without it, right? So I'm throwing half of it in there. Might have been about 3/4. And then I am going to start it up. And as you know, again, my blender is kind of broken, but that's okay, it still works. I absolutely love it. It's the ninja. The ninja. So throw it on there. Why are you not going on there? But the thing is, I can't like hit it on the top. So I'm just gonna let it ride. Let it ride, baby. So here we go. Now I'm gonna cheat and look at my, ooh, I guess I forgot to unplug that. So now I'm gonna cheat and look at my salmon. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, it's getting nice and brown. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, like to 5 instead of 6, so that we can get it to be nice and crisp and not burnt. Okay, so here's my salsa. I know I'm gonna need to add some stuff. So, it already smells pretty good, but I know I need to add. So I didn't put any pepper in there, I totally spaced out. Let's add some pepper. And I'm gonna add a little bit more of this sea dog. I do the smell test first all the time, just because, you know, your nose really tells your taste buds what you're gonna be tasting before you actually taste it. So I'm gonna actually put this in a bowl. One of these amazing bowls that my mother-in-law gave me. Thank you, the other Sandy in my life. Okay, so here we go. Because you can still flavor this. Now, what I have also is I have 1 lime. And I have 1 lime for all my food today. So, I am going to take this lime and I'm going to cut it in half. Because I really like lime in my salsa, but I like to do it last. But I'm getting it ready. So I'm rolling it on the counter, and it kind of helps to get the juice all flow in and get it all ready. So I'm gonna look at this. So as you can see, it really is cooking, and it's still red. Well, not really in red, it's just kind of pink. And where's my special one? So the salmon is also getting a little bit white towards the bottom. So I'm just gonna let this sit and get all nice and happy. You know it's done when it's kind of flaky on the top. So I'm gonna let that sit there. I also want to make a drink with you guys. I always drink my wine, but tonight I want to make a nice, fun drink. And I have this. It is for a Moscow Mule. Don't tell anybody, but I got it when I was at the Walnut Grill, and the bartender gave it to me and said, here, take it, because I saw somebody with it, and I was like, what is that? And then they gave it to me, and I ran away. No, I didn't run away, but he actually said, here, you take it. I hope I don't get anybody in trouble, because he was really, really nice. I was with my husband. He wasn't hitting on me or anything. It was just a nice thing for him to do, because I am probably the nicest customer that he's ever had. I mean, oh my gosh, I dropped it in there. Dropped it in my salsa. Okay, that's fine. Well, actually it's not, because I'm going to use it in my drink as well. We're doing all sorts of fun stuff today. So I'm cutting it in half. I'm going to cut it into a quarter. I do know that math. And I'm spraying this first. You can see it in my salsa, okay? That's the first thing I'm doing. Then I'm gonna taste my salsa, and I know my timer just went on. Needs a little bit more heat. Oh, maybe not. Towards the end, it didn't really need any heat. Okay, so my skin is getting nice and brown. I'll show it to you. Okay, I take the skin off anyway, so if it gets a little bit darker than what you would like, then take it off now or flip it. And guys, you're not really supposed to flip salmon, I don't think, but I'm doing it anyway. And the reason that I'm doing it is because of this really amazing olive oil spray. Because I want to get the flavor of the olive oil into the top of my salmon, but I don't want to spray the salmon directly. So this is a little trick that I'm doing. I'm kind of pushing the salmon off to the side. I'm going to spray that part, kind of roll that olive oil around, and just for like the last minute and a half, maybe, I'm flipping it over so that it gets that, oh, and I forgot to season it, darn it. I was talking. Can't do 2 things at one time. So I'm going to season this with my yummy sea dog rub, because you got to get that on both sides. Guy Fieri taught me that. He came over one day and taught me. Just kidding. Wouldn't that be fun? So you flip it over. Now I'm going to throw that on. Again, just on medium. Let it get nice and happy in there. And then I want to make my drink. Now I'm really, really particular about my drinks. So when I make my drink, I always have to use a shot glass. If I don't use a shot glass, I freak out, because I don't like too much and I don't like too little. Like, I need just the right amount of alcohol there where it's not overpowering or like, oh, that's disgusting, but it still has a little bit of flavor. So I'm putting that on for 1 minute. Here's a little shot glass. This is not quite a whole shot. I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a shot. Throwing that in there. And then because I really don't like soda, the only time I drink soda is when I'm drinking an alcoholic beverage. I'm putting in Fresca. Fresca has no calories. It's kind of like Sprite, but it's even better than Sprite. So now what I always do, because I like it to get mixed all the way through, is I always swap it for a cup. And then, even though this is a really cool cup, and not swap it for a cup, that really didn't make any sense, but I take it and I mix it 100% into another cup so that all of the 2 ingredients and the ice are all married together. And then, dang it, I forgot the ice, or the lime. So I'm gonna throw a lime in there, squeeze that in there, and I'm listening to Radio Margaritaville. I'm having this cute, amazing drink in this cup with a lime. I mean, I feel like I'm on vacation. Okay, so my salsa is pretty good. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of that seasoning, but it is good. So this is completely done. And I'm gonna take it out, put it on this really cool plastic plate, because that's how I roll, people. Okay, so now I flipped it over. You can see that it got a little brown on top. I like it that way. You may not. I have no idea. So you just got to make your food your own. And I talked to somebody today, actually the woman who gave me the olive oil, and she said that she just kind of threw stuff together last night for dinner, and it just stuff because she didn't want to go to the grocery store, and it tasted so great. Mixing a lot of stuff together. Okay, see how it flakes? You know it's done. Okay, it's flaking off of there. All right, but it's still pink. Yum. I know, I shouldn't have eaten that. Okay, I want to put my tortillas in. These are tortillas from Trader Joe's. This is amazingly 8 points. Actually 9 because of the slaw, which I haven't shown you yet. So, my oven is the best oven in the entire world. So I'm able to do my oven on a toasting setting where it cooks evenly on both sides, and I can do that with bread, tortillas, whatever. So it's really awesome. So I know you really wish you were me. I wish you were me too. Well, I wish you were with me. I need some guests here. I need people to hang out with me, have a drink with me while I cook. Come on. All right, so next step is the cabbage. I bought this cabbage today only because I really didn't feel, I didn't buy it today. I totally did not buy this today. I bought it last week, like on Thursday or Friday, but it was in my refrigerator. I hadn't even opened it, and so I am using it today in this recipe because I need to use it. So it calls for about a half a cup. Actually, this is like my recipe, so it calls for half a cup. You could do however much or however little as you want. Now, there's pretty long pieces. Look at this. This is a really long piece. So you can kind of break it up as you're going through it because it kind of depends on what you like. I like it broken up into smaller pieces so that I can actually bite my taco. It's gonna get all over the place anyway, but you know, some of those pieces are just too, like, seriously, this is way, it's just way too long. So I'm gonna break it up a little bit, and then, I thought of this afternoon, easy as peasy, or easy peasy. So I am gonna take, this is also from Aldi's, I said a tablespoon. I don't even think I'm gonna use a tablespoon. I always measure out my salad dressing whenever I eat a salad or anything like this because I don't want it drowned. Now, this is about a tablespoon. Well, you know what? It might actually be a tablespoon. I didn't put quite the whole tablespoon in there, but yeah, it's a little dry. I just think it's gonna taste really good with the flavor of the salmon, and it is spicy. This chipotle lime vinaigrette is spicy. And I guarantee we won't use all of it on the 2 tacos. So I have my cabbage. I have my salmon. I have my salsa, my homemade salsa. And I have my tortillas, which are almost done. And of course, I have my old school plate. I love it. Okie dokie. And my lime. Almost forgot about the lime. Because I do want to squeeze a little bit of lime onto the top of the salmon because it is pretty spicy. I was a little shocked tasting that olive oil chili flavor. It doesn't hit you right away, but then all of a sudden, bam, it hits you. Now, this is an amazing feature on my toast, on my toasted, on the toast, whatever. See, I always forget a word. Every single time I forget a word. And the toasting feature of my oven, it's cool because when you open that oven, after it beeps at you, it'll just turn off. That's like the best thing ever because I always forget. And then I hear it and it's always yelling at me to turn the darn oven off. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taking off the skin because I just don't like it. It's a little bit more fatty than any other part of the salmon. I love salmon, but I don't like the fat. I don't like the fat of anything. I mean, ugh, it's gross. Okay, so I'm gonna take my salmon and I'm just gonna break it apart evenly between the two tortillas, although I'm only gonna do one right now for time purposes because I know you all got something else to do. So, doing that, then I'm going to layer, put on my cabbage. See, it's like there's still way more than half in there. And then I have my salsa, the salsa. So I'm putting that on there. You guys are gonna see me get all messy. It's gonna be awesome. And then, oh, I forgot my fresh tomato. I love, even though I have fresh tomatoes in the salsa, I really like having diced tomatoes in the, on my tacos. So I'm going to dice this beautiful fresh tomato that, I mean, look at this. This is a real tomato. It smells real. It looks real. That's my husband. He had to run away. He could say how real it, I mean, that's a real tomato, and he knows real tomatoes because his family always had real tomatoes. And we don't have real tomatoes anymore. No. So sad. Okay, the only other thing that I'm going to add that I did not want to take out because it might get gross is a little bit of, I didn't even realize this is European style yogurt. So this is just plain old yogurt. I never use sour cream. I don't care if it calls for sour cream, and I'll get really mad and say that your recipe sucks if it doesn't have sour cream or mayonnaise. I will not put it in there. That's just me. All right, so, and that really is because of my husband. He hates it and made me hate it. Okay, so it's a little juicy. Oh my gosh, but it looks delicious. Here we go. See? Even these are still long, but I'm gonna taste it.
Juicy.
It's juicy, it's delicious. I got schmutz all over, and that's okay, because I got an apron I can wipe it on. And then, oh my gosh, the spices and that salsa is delicious, and I can seriously taste that olive oil chili flavor. It's really good.
Moscow Mule.
I made a Captain Morgan's in Fresca with Moscow Mule cup. And that's it. There's your spicy tacos. I want to hear about your spicy tacos. Let me know. You can share this video. You can like it. You can love it. You can even watch my vlog. Yes, I started a vlog. I did the blog thing, not for me, to like educational stuff. You guys can get that elsewhere, but you cannot get Mimi in the kitchen anywhere else but Mimi in the kitchen. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.